I really have no idea how to create a simple guitar riff. So I really want to search and find out how to write a riff like architects. Some guy would have uploaded something. A better YouTuber. Nick Nocturnal maybe. How to architects in 30 seconds.
How to architects in 30 seconds. Drop B but lower? Octave skippy riff. Good old zeros. Dissonance. Ambiance. Thick pad. Audio noise. Blech. Go.
Blaze permanent. If I have to get this tone on my Zoom G fan, it's gonna take ages.
How to architects in 30 seconds.
I couldn't understand anything.
I find that within progressive rock or metal, the rhythms can be very confusing and can kind of go anywhere you want them to go. So I figured of a cool way of going about coming up with riffs that could be in odd time signatures is to count everything as a 16th note. So basically, my riff could land on any 16th note within a bar, and then I could just choose to either start that riff again, complete the phrase, or just stop at a random point and start again and create, essentially, prog. I find that within progressive rock or metal, the rhythms can be very confusing and can kind of go in.
Really, no clue, man, no clue.
So there's two ways that I like to approach writing riffs. Both have their upsides and downsides. One I find good when you are kind of stuck, and the other I find
Like you're in a rut.
fun and enjoyable. Now, those two ways I will refer to as structured and other way, which is where you take the sound in your head. Now, essentially, if you're going to write stuff, you should remove expectation from organic writing. That is also the melody for the children's song Hot Cross Buns, but cool, they definitely have their time and place, but chords deck them. I then want to take that pattern and make sense that actually works.
Very basic. Very basic.
When it comes to your gent guitar playing and guitar riffs, I think
That's
there's only
gent.
one way to do a proper intro. And as always, if you find this valuable, make sure you follow if you're not. So of course I've got my Mark Holcomb PRS 7 string because like you gotta have a gent guitarist guitar to play gent, right? It's not true, you don't. So many things gent. But with this one I am tuned down a half step and then I do drop tuning, so I'm drop A flat. Now whether you're playing a 6 string, 7 string, 8 string and you're doing that technique, doing the drop tuning after dropping all the strings, it really gives you fun access to play octaves.
I've dropped
in your
so
heavy
low.
riffs. So next time you're thinking, how
Beyond
do I
A, but
introduce
still I
this
cannot gent.
riff? Just drop down that gain and do it at the higher octave and then drop the beat.
Is this impressive?
When it comes comes to your gent guitar
Basic gent.
So there's two ways.
I'm
that I
going
like
back to the
write
master,
writing.
Ola England.
So one of the most common questions I get is, Ola, how the do you write your riffs? And the reason I haven't really made a video on this is because I have no friggin' clue how I come up with riffs. I did a video on how I write leads because I kind of know how I do it. And click here. Is it here? Yes. Click here if you want to see that approach. But for this video, I've actually thought long and hard how I go about writing riffs. And just as a disclaimer for snowflakes, this approach is how I look at riffs and how I go about writing them. It explains to you what easy to get a grip of, even for non-guitar players. One great riff. And with
Much better, right?
I mean, I start recording, and if I come up with something that's cool, I just cut it out like this. Maybe I make it a different color, who knows? Oh, okay, green means okay. So I basically just cut out that part, and maybe I re-record it better or whatever, and I mark it in another color. And that way, you won't lose those ideas that different manner than if you were like with jam session. Okay, so drum kit. I come up. Okay, very stupid. But, you know,
Totally.
at least you're playing something because you have to play along with those drums.
Correct.
And it forces you to kind of come up with like, and be very powerful, are endless with this. And
Seriously unable to catch any of those. I must be an ultra noob.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for riffs. And we're Locrian, or some people say, in your time, please, please, please memorize this, retain this chart right here. If you look at the spelling of Phrygian, it's as follows: flat 2, flat 3, flat 6, and flat 7. Again, the spelling of a Phrygian mode is flat 2, flat 3, flat 6, flat 7. Now, if you notice, I'm not looking at anything. I'm looking at you guys, you, the camera lens, because I've got this all memorized. I've done my time hitting the books.
2, 3, 6, 7, all flat.
And recall it instantly to where when it's time to create and when it's time to write, I'm not thinking and I'm not like jotting things down. It's all up here. So that's not me saying like, "Oh, look how much I know." I'm telling you guys, it just comes so second
C
to
sharp,
where when I need to write something,
D sharp,
I can just go by muscle memory and by feel as it pertains to using my theory knowledge. I don't have to go, wait a second, and open up a textbook, okay? Let's pretend this guitar is
I was totally wrong.
we'll say drop C. So if we use the open string 0 as C as our root note, well, what if we went whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step? Those frets are 0, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 12.
Right.
That is following the C major formula with the low string as the root note. That same concept applies for any guitar tuning. Just so happens I'm in one of, if not my favorite tunings right now, and that is drop F. It's so gnarly, dude. I can take that same concept and go 0, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. Whole step, half step, whole step, half step. Okay, so I just played an F major scale. But what if I wanted to play an F Phrygian scale? We're getting some.
Forget to remember.
Here's where it's all going to connect for you guys. I hope you guys are with me so far. Remember I said the spelling of a Phrygian scale is flat 2, flat 3, flat 6, flat...
Bye-bye. Almost bye-bye.
I should say. It's going to work a million times. It's never not going to work. So all I have to do is just create...
This guy must be saying something, no?
If your solos actually sound like this or similar to this, we have a problem, a real problem. Maybe 3 notes per string, 12, 15 notes. We don't need all of them to create a solo.
That's why I sound amateur.
I used
That
3,
was the
maybe 4
4th note,
right?
maybe, man. That's
I
the
repeated
4th
it,
note.
I gave space, and I gave a slight variation. Same scale, same notes, last note.
Come on, buddy. Get to the point.
Stop the mess. Play last note. So it can be here, it can be, it can be,
8 notes.
but finish something. If you want the 7-day roadmap that I use to fix this,
Bye
just
bye.
Most guitarists spend 90% of their time practicing soloing. And I get it. It's fun, it's flashy, but it usually means
It
that
is
your
fun.
rhythm playing
Shut up.
is big shapes because they take up so much sonic space, right? So we're gonna look at how to utilize small triad clusters. And we're actually gonna voice lead through these chords, which we'll get to. Don't worry, it's so freaking easy. Okay, the D, G, and the B. When we go to look at this chord progression, again, we're gonna anchor every triad to our minor pentatonic box. This way we can access it really quickly on a space, right? So how can we embellish this? Well, first thing, since we're playing rhythm guitar,
Maybe
Circle of
this
fourths
guy.
or fifths? Which is it? Can we get a circle on the screen, please? Let's start with the sharp side. At the top of the circle, we have C, and then going in the clockwise direction, we have G, D, A, E, B, and F sharp. Returning to the top and going in the counterclockwise direction, we have F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, and G flat. All of these keys also have a relative minor. C has no accidentals. Traveling clockwise again, to find the sharps of each key, go back 2 spots on the circle. So starting with G, if we go back 2 spots on the circle, we land on F. The key of G only has 1 sharp, and that's F sharp. Moving to the next key, we keep the sharp from the last key and repeat the process. The key of D has 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp. A has 3 sharps, E has 4, B has 5, and F sharp has 6. To find the flat notes of each key, we travel counterclockwise and go forward 1 spot. So F has 1 flat, and that's B flat. The key of B flat has 2, and that's B flat and E flat. The key of E flat has B flat, E flat, and
You know
A
what
flat,
he's talking
and
about?
etc.
He's
for
talking
all
about the
keys.
number
And
of
there's
sharps in a
quick
scale.
breakdown of the circle of fifths. 52-week guitar player is closing again on
Bye bye.
most guitarists spend 90% of their time.
Both. Maybe both.
If you practice guitar for hours every single day, but your speed, accuracy, and relaxation barely improves, this video might sting a little bit. It took me over 20 years of playing and practicing guitar to realize what I'm about to teach you in just around 10 minutes. And if I had known this earlier, I would have progressed way faster and with way less effort.
Right. Okay. I have no idea if any of these is going to help me. I think I have to figure it out myself. Okay. Let's do it next time. Bye bye for now.